I got a positive story for you guys. Yeah, that's right. Good news. In fact, also it somewhat connects to someone we interviewed a little bit early on at the old location. So, what do I mean by this? Ohio progressive Morgan Harper raised $323,000 in first quarter of the House race. So Morgan Harper, she's 36-year-old. She's running in Congress for Ohio's 3rd congressional district. Raised a remarkable $323,000 during the first quarter of her campaign, setting her up to be a potential primary challenger to 69-year-old Representative Joyce Betty, a 4-term incumbent. Harper, a first-time candidate, is running on the idea that Congress needs a new generation of leaders, and is coming at Betty from the left, as she should. Her platform consists of universal child care, tuition-free public college, Medicare for all, reparations, affordable housing, and a Green New Deal. In July, she told The Intercept that she sees freshman lawmakers like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ayan Presley, Ilhan Omar, Rashid Tlaib as role models. I most closely identify with the women who are pushing for the bold policies that we're going to need to make sure people are okay and build a United States that works for everyone. So mostly of the donations are all coming from grassroots organizers. So this is like average people, not coming from corporations, because she's against money in politics. She's a progressive, and she's fighting for progressive issues. And I think she's got a big fight ahead of her. But if she's able to do this, this is fantastic news, especially for the people in the state of Ohio. Going even further, and again, you guys could read more about the article and go more into details about who's supporting her. But, early on in August, she got support from the Justice Democrats, as well as appearing on the Young Turks and the Jonathan Westman show, also had to deal with a Twitter controversy initiated by then New York Times deputy Washington editor Jonathan Westman. That's right. There was a tweet sent out. On August 7th, he noted that Justice Democrats had endorsed a challenger to Betty, an African-American Democrat. Harper then quote tweeted Westman saying, "I'm also black." Harper's tweet went viral, elevated in part by prominent figures like Roxy Gay, who tweeted, "Anytime you think you're unqualified for a job, remember this guy telling a black woman she isn't black because she looked at a picture and can't see has one of the most prestigious jobs in America." Gay apologized for her tweets, arguing that she willfully or mistakenly misconstructed his remarks. The drama resulted in Westman getting demoted, and he hasn't tweeted since that day.
He's like, I'm off the Twitter box.
I'm off the Twitter. All those things just amplified awareness nationally and really increased the number of small donors, Harper told The Intercept. And again, she's raising donations. She's able to really build up a momentum. But here's another thing. The DCCC is shitting its fucking pants. I don't mean to swear, guys, but they're crapping, all right? And
they're pooping all over the place.
And here's why they're scared, everyone. Here's why they're scared. Because progressives are stepping up during this 2020 election cycle. Yes, we talk about presidential candidates. Yes, we talk about Bernie Sanders, Representative Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang, Joe Biden, all the candidates. We talk about them all. But our good friend Wesley Wiles has been introducing us to a lot of progressive candidates that are running for Congress and Senate. And the thing is now we're seeing momentum. We're seeing this revolution be kicked into overdrive because if you want to bring in change, let's say Bernie Sanders gets the presidency, he's going to need a Senate and House that's going to support him. And here's some good news. Kira, you're going to love this.
I'm ready for good news, always.
All right. For example, I'm going to bring it back home to the state of Illinois. Marie Newman, a progressive running against the incumbent Democrat Dan Lipinski.
Lipinski.
Yeah, Lipinski in Illinois' 3rd Congressional District. She had also saw a successful quarter. Her campaign manager, Ben Hardin, told The Intercept that Marianne Newman raised about $350,000 in the most recent fundraising period. Newman came close to defeating Lipinski in a primary challenge last year. She's been endorsed by a lot of progressives, especially 2 presidential candidates, Sanders and Warren. And is also being endorsed by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
She is.
So, they're sworn off PAC money. They're actually gaining momentum. And here's why, the Newman story is really positive. Because in Illinois' 3rd Congressional District, and Paul and Dan talked about this last week, you have Dan Lipinski. And he is a Republican. But he's a Democrat. He's connected with the Democratic machine here in the state of Illinois. But in Congress, he always votes Republican. And let's not forget that the DCCC told everyone this election cycle that all need to support the incumbents. Don't support the challengers. Don't do this. So if you're going to impeach Trump, why DCCC would you want to support a Democrat that votes 90%, 99%, 100% Republican all the time? What madness is that? But here you have a strong progressive, Marianne Newman, who's for women's rights, who's for LGBTQ rights, who's for progressive issues, You want her, but yet you're supporting Dan Lipinski, DCCC. Well, people aren't falling for that anymore, and that's why I'm really happy to hear about this Morgan Harper story in Ohio.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
So time to kick this revolution
It's
in
super
overdrive.
exciting. I mean, we saw it in the last election, and we'll see it in this one. The progressives are going to clean up, and I would definitely put my money behind that. I think anybody that's running races that are center left are not going to do as well. They might win just because the Republican name has been so diminished at this point. And I really believe that regardless of the diminishment of the other party, when we come out on the left swinging, look at what's going on right in front of me.
Sorry.
When we come out on the left swinging, our results are better, and not just because people need to vote for the better of two evils, but because they really get behind our policies. Yes, what's up?
And I also, Dana Fairbanks, I'm also reading the chat because I want to mention at the end of the live stream chat too, just so it'll help you guys out because I'm hearing that a lot of you guys are going to get notified. But Dana Fairbanks mentioned, isn't Lipinski anti-choice? He's anti-choice.
Yes,
He's
he is.
anti-LGBTQ. He's anti-Medicare for all. Anything progressive he is against.
He votes for tax increases.
Yeah. But yet he has the support of the DCCC.
Tax decreases for the rich, I should say.
Yeah, but yet he's supported by the DCCC, and he votes Republican. But yet the Democratic machine here in the state of Illinois supports him. The DCCC supports him. If you're a progressive, or if you know anyone who lives in the Illinois 3rd Congressional District, now's the time to really support Marie Newman because she's bringing in change. And if we want to bring in change, let's make it happen.
It'd be so wonderful how many like awesome progressives we'll have in the Midwest.
Well, gee, I think
Right, because isn't Ilhan Omar Midwest?
That is true, but
then we'd have Marie Newman. Then we'd have Harper.
But there's something I want to say to before Daniel takes.
I
I want to add that we said I feel like it's a year ago at this point that we know that when progressives win, when the Midwest gets taken over, really Chicago, but I guess we can make that the Midwest gets taken over by progressives, we know we win.
Yeah.
Yep. One final note, and you guys probably should check this out after the show. We actually did an interview with Marie Newman. So check it out, spread the word, but after the show. Yeah. All right, so there we go.